your Node.js application using PM2 and Nginx. As you can see, we are running 2 instances here. But firstly, let's create an instance on Amazon EC2. Let's give our instance a name. Let's name this one Node.js. Then select the default image, Amazon Linux 2. Then we need to create a key pair for our instance. I've already created one, so I'm going to use the existing one, but you can create a new one by clicking the create a new key pair. Then we need to allow traffic on port 80. This will allow us to connect to our service on port 80. And now let's copy the script for installing Nginx. So I already prepared one, so I'm just going to copy that one and paste it in here. So let's remove Git, we don't need that one. All right, this will install Nginx and enable Nginx. So first it's going to run update, then install Nginx. Okay, let's launch the instance. Okay, the instance is still pending. Let's wait for a few minutes. Okay, it's up and running. Let's copy the IP address and open a new tab and see if we can hit the Nginx server. Okay, looks like it's still not running. Let's try again. Okay, it's up and running. So now the next step is to log into our instance. So we're going to use the our IP address and the key pair that we created earlier. So I'm just gonna try to log in to our instance. Yes, we just need to specify the IP address and the key pair. But firstly, I think we need to change the permissions on the key pair. So let's run gmod 400 and the key pair. Then now we can, as I said, we can log into the instance. All right, we're able to log in. So now let's install Node.js, but we need to first install NVM. Then we'll use NVM to install Node.js. All right, NVM install Node.js. All right, okay, we need to source the bash RC file. All right, then now we can install Node.js. Cool. So we installed Node.js version 20. So now let's create a directory for our service where we're going to run the Node.js application. So let's use the command make_dir and our project name. All right, let's cd into that and run it pm init. All right, so now let's install Express and IP. So the IP module, we're going to use it to, you don't actually need this module. I'm just going to use it to get the IP address of the current machine. So now let's create the index file. So I've already created a piece of code that we're going to use in this demo. I'm just going to paste it here. So yeah, just a simple Express server with 2 endpoints, the one for health check and the default one. So like when you hit the endpoint, it's just going to return the API is up and running and the instance that we are currently hitting. So let's try to start and see if it's working. Okay, you can see that it's working. So now let's install PM2 globally. This command will install PM2 globally. All right. So now we need to create a configuration for PM2. When we start PM2, we're going to use this configuration. So this is very simple config for PM2. So we have the name of the application, the script that we're going to run, which is index.js. the instances, we're going to run 2 instances. Then in a cluster mode, then we're going to increment port, which is going to start at port 88. Then we're going to increment it to port 80, then 89. All right. So let's run the application. So just going to start the application by running a PM2 start and then provide the config. As you can see here, the application is running. We have 2 instances. We have with ID 0 and ID 1. So the next step is create the Nginx config. As you can see here, when you try to hit the server, we still get the Nginx. So we need to create a config for us that will load balance the traffic to our Node.js application. All right, so let's create the config for load balancing our application. So I've already created a script, so we're just going to copy that script and paste it in there. So as you can see, we're running 2 instances, which the first one is running on port 8088, then the next one is running on port 8089. So we're load balancing those services. So after restarting the server, every request will go either on the first service or the second service. All right, I need to run this as a root user. Okay, let me copy this again. All right, cool. Let's save. Now let's restart Nginx. All right. Now let's go to the browser and see if we can access the service. Right. So we can access our Node.js application. So we're currently hitting the first instance, the second one, first one. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe to my channel.